guys, Tom here. So I wanted to do a video on our experience from our first off-grid or boondocking camping trip with the 2021 F-150 Powerboost Hybrid with the 7.2 kilowatt generator function and all that. Overall, the trip was really a success. We were gone for 5 days, completely off-grid camping, campground. We found a few problems. It wasn't perfect. I'll definitely say that. The first thing was, I had issues with just being able to use my phone because the truck was technically on. It kept connecting to the truck with Android Auto. The wireless connection kept turning on Bluetooth and things like that. So let's cut to that. This was a clip right as I was experiencing it. So let's start there. So just ran into the craziest problem with using the F-150 Powerboost Hybrid as the generator for the RV. This is our first night really using it, in earnest. So I was trying to use my phone, and it kept on turning my Bluetooth on the phone and then connecting to the truck, which you can see is right behind us. It's plugged into the RV over in the corner. I have no idea how the truck was turning the Bluetooth back on, but it meant that all my audio kept going back into the truck, and it was just, annoying the heck out of me. I even went into my Bluetooth settings and said forget the device and disconnect, and somehow the truck still keeps reconnecting to the phone. The only way I was able to prevent this from happening was to go into the Android Auto settings and turn off wireless Android Auto. I'm not sure what they're using. If there's got to be Wi-Fi or something that's also being used to connect the phone to the truck, because with Bluetooth off it shouldn't be able to remotely turn it back on. You know what I mean? So that's going to be an interesting problem that I'll have to figure out, because I noticed earlier too. I was just trying to watch a YouTube video and we got here, and none of the audio would come through, and the video kept pausing every half second. Like it wouldn't let me go more than a half second into the video. So I figured it was probably some vehicle thing that was preventing me from watching the video, in the truck basically. And so then I just was trying to watch a video locally on my phone, and none of the audio was working at all. So that seems to be more of an Android issue, because afterwards I put it into airplane mode and then rebooted the phone, and now my audio is working fine, and it's no longer connecting to the truck now that I've turned off wireless Android Auto. So I'd like to figure out a better way to prevent that from happening, because I don't even know how I found that wireless Android Auto setting. But if that's the only option, then I'll figure that out, and how to do it again, and then I'll share it in this video. All right, so then the second issue that we ran into was the truck would, once in a while, it probably happened over the 5 days, it probably happened 4 times, where I noticed that instead of it running for a couple minutes to recharge the batteries and then shut off, it was, you could hear it running for, it seemed like up to a half hour. So I'd go out and see that it's been running for a while, and it really made no sense, because the battery should have been well charged by then, unless maybe it just over time just depletes, and it has to go into some cycle where it has to run longer. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure that out. But let's switch to that clip, and I'll show you what I did to kind of fix it temporarily, I guess. Let's switch over to that real quick. So very interesting issue. We've been running the generator for 18 hours and 36 minutes. Overnight it ran fine, kind of normal. About once an hour it kicks on for about 2 minutes. But it's been running, you can see the RPMs are up about, right around 1,000. And I'm really not drawing anything. The only thing we have on right now are the lights, but it seems like it's been running for about a half hour, which doesn't really make much sense. I'm not sure if I should just shut the truck off and restart it or what. It seems like it's just stuck on. So yeah, we'll maybe try that. So I guess before I shut the truck off completely, let me just turn generator mode off and see if that has any effect. Yep. That shut it off right away. Let me turn that back on. Well, that's not good. I will just have to keep an eye on that. So yeah, as you can see, there were a couple issues, but overall, reliable power the entire weekend. It was great to be able to camp just like we were at a campground. Plugged into a 50 amp or 30 amp connection. We were able to run AC and things like that, no problem. The fuel usage over the few days was I probably used like, I don't know, 2/3 of a tank would be my guess. Honestly, it was cool enough at night that we didn't really need to run the AC or anything like that. So we were able to just shut the truck off overnight. That way we weren't bothering we had 10 campers next to us, like really close next to us. So I didn't want to bother them, overnight with the truck running. It was running once every 45 minutes or maybe an hour, once an hour. It would start up for 2 minutes basically and then shut itself back off. I just didn't want to bother them with exhaust fumes and things like that. Even though I did pull the truck over into our site once they got there, once I saw that they were in a tent, just because I wanted to be, conscientious of their camping experience and not ruin it for them. We were able to run the fridge off propane and the hot water heater off propane as well. So it's, as long as you get a reliable 12-volt battery at the least, you can, shut the truck off overnight. So that was one thing. And then, like I said, the fuel economy was pretty good over the week, and power output was good. Never had any issues, with power delivery or tripping anything. It was a really good experience. So I'm looking forward to next year. We didn't get a chance to use Harvest Host this year, which I really am looking forward to. Technically we still have, as you can see, there's still leaves on the trees here. It's just starting to get cooler. I'm hoping maybe we've got another opportunity to use it this year, but we'll see. I really wanted to, even though I signed up for it this year, I wasn't sure if we'd have time, which it may turn out that we don't. So we'll see. So another thing that I may change in my whole sequence of, setting up the generator, like turning headlights off and dimming the interior lights and covering the center console like I covered in, some of the other videos. Originally, I had talked about turning the AC off, so you're not running the HVAC inside the truck and wasting power. It wasn't that hot, during the week of our trip, but when it was sunny, it would get really hot in the truck. So I would recommend, if it's sunny and higher than like 70 or 75 degrees out, run the AC on a real low setting. And I just mean low, like fan speed, and then set the temperature to, like, I don't know, 75 or 80. Just so it kind of just, even just running the fan, while it's on, something like that. I haven't really figured out the exact settings I like for that yet, but definitely if you're in a warmer area of the country, I would run some sort of HVAC in the truck just to keep it cool, so you're not overheating electronics and things like that, and kind of baking everything, because it definitely does, because the truck is starting periodically and you're running the inverter and everything, it definitely seems to heat up inside more than it would just kind of sitting out in the sun unpowered. So just something to keep in mind is if you're going to shut that AC off, just check inside the truck once in a while and make sure that you're not overheating the truck. So thanks guys for watching this video. If you like it, please hit the like button below and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.